Final one, eating and drinking. Do you think about what you put in yourself before you get on the mic?
No, not at all, actually. I'm a coffee and water drinker throughout the day, and I don't think I changed that around when I'm recording.
Yeah. So this is the devastating one. You'll get told by every single person that knows anything about voice and vocals that you should never drink coffee before you speak. It's terrible.
Because how close? How close to when you speak?
I don't know, within half an hour, certainly,
Yeah, okay.
like close, yeah, or certainly during it. And I do not stick to this rule all the time by any means. But the theory is that your voice will be at its utmost. It'll be at its peak performance when you are well hydrated. You're nice and moist inside, and caffeine in general dries you out. Essentially, right. It's a diuretic, so it draws the water out of your body and pushes it out the other end. It makes you go and pee. So yeah, try and stay away from the coffee. There's also I've heard people say, and I'm not sure how much science there is behind this, but that coffee also obviously it kind of raises your heart rate, it gets you going. It's a stimulant, so that can kind of make you more tense as well. So, and that can lead into your vocal cords, it can lead into your posture, all of which ties into that stuff we were talking about earlier a little bit too. So that's one of the devastating ones. So drink more water and less coffee close to recording if you can. The other liquid, which classically you need to try and avoid, is dairy. So can you be found at your desk before recording with milk in hand?
No, maybe a little bit of my coffee, but what? What is that all about?
Well, dairy is for a lot of people, it's quite how to say this delicately, creates mucus.
Okay.
It kind of bungs you up. It makes the body develop more mucus, which obviously is plenty of that in your sinuses and your mouth and your throat, all that kind of stuff. So it can lead to filling your throat, clearing your throat much more often. And certainly it affects me that way. I know that. I noticed that.
Yeah.
It won't be the same for everyone.
Never thought about it. I mean, stop to think about it. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. So if you do have coffee, maybe take the milk out of it.
Yeah. Okay.
And a final one before we tie up is eating. So one of the big issues that people often have during recording is more mouth noises than average. You've got clicking and all that kind of stuff. And usually that's to do with, again, it's dryness, dry mouth often. So drinking your water, all that's good, but actually some people argue that drinking too much water can kind of almost dry your mouth out because it takes away all the natural moisture, the saliva, all that kind of stuff. But a way to bring that back, or a way to encourage that, is by eating something slightly sour or slightly tart. And a green apple is the one that people often talk about. So if you take a bite of a green apple, that can often get your juices flowing, essentially, and cut down a bit on the mouth noises.
Okay, I like it. I quite like green apples, so that works for me.
Good stuff. So take away that coffee, add in a green apple, and you'll be all good.
Yeah, I don't know if that's a good trade deal though, but okay, we'll try it.
No, it's a terrible trade. It's an awful trade, but
yeah.